everybody, Ira Miller here with Monday Night Live, your host. Every Monday, I want to thank you all so much for joining us this evening. Christian, is our camera, I guess we look good. I'm just looking at the camera.
Yeah, it looks tilted on there, but it looks good on the screen.
Okay. Well, listen, I want to thank you all for joining us this Monday. We have Tom and Lauren in the house, so thank you for watching. Probably eating a little bit of dinner, maybe having a little bit of wine or one of my favorite beverages. Y'all know what that is. So, Gary Winkle. Welcome, Gary. And I think we had Elizabeth last week with us. Is she here? Oh, Kathy and Gary. My apologies. So, where'd I get Elizabeth from? Anyways, where's my other, oh, here we are, right here. Okay, this is what I'm looking for. All right. So, let's see, I can see a lot better from over there. All right, my man Jace, who I've been talking to lately. The guy was gracious enough to send me a long lost audio clip of a song that he and his group Jay Paris produced, and that was pretty cool. It was a cover, if anybody knows the group Men at Work. It was a cover of Overkill. And so thanks, Jace. That's been going through my head all day. So, but it's all good. Anyways, so Trish, thank you for joining. Trish, I hope you're enjoying the Villages. You've been here for a little bit now with your I'm still going to call it a new home. So I hope that's worked out well for you. I actually, Christian, have you downloaded any of those drone?
I have them up on the drive for you if you switch over to your computer.
Cool. So Trish, right around the corner from you, I have a brand new listing. And this is an awesome home. So I'm going to give everybody a quick sneak peek of, there it is. 3555 Infinity Run. You guys saw it here for the first time today. These don't look so great. What the heck? They look better when I pull them up, I hope. Anyways, this is Infinity Run. Golf cart garage. Huge, deep. Oh, hold up. All right. I'm gonna take the big leap of faith, you guys. Let's see if this works. Oh, yay! We got it working. So, right over my shoulder, over here is Infinity Run. This place is awesome. Pool, preserve, what's a water preserve over there? And then that's a regular lake, pond, lake, water feature. But look, you don't see anybody for a ways behind this house. This is, I don't have any inside pictures. We're just now, it's not even, you can't even see it right now. Only you guys on my Monday Night Live YouTube channel get a chance to see this. So, why don't we just kind of click on here? Yeah, look how beautiful that is. Nice, I mean, you can't even appreciate the driveway, how beautiful that is. That is a stamped, I guess it's a stamped driveway, but it's beautiful. So there's your look at and your preserve. I don't know, that camera is kind of, but look at that. On a cul-de-sac. There's a better look at the front. That's called a Silvestri palm. Kind of have a couple of those at my house, one on either side. I put them. So, whoops. I guess I got to go back the other way. All right, so let's check this out. See what we got here. I just went out there, was playing around because we just picked up on this listing today. So there it's fenced in the back. Huge patio off to the side. It has an enclosed lanai. It's not air conditioned, but it has pocket sliders. So I would guarantee you slide all those sliders and pocket them in and leave that open, which is what we're going to do when we have an open house. It's going to cool that area. You won't even need it. You could always put a little mini split in there if you wanted to for some extra cooling power, but probably don't even need it. And there's your pool off to the side. This, I did the drone like this so you can get a little better view of the pool. Huge lot. I mean, this lot goes like this. And then over here. So a huge lot with a fence in the back. I don't know what happened to the drone. I guess I didn't hit the, but you can see how all the preserve in the back. We are going to list this home at $999 because once you see all the inside pictures too, granite. I mean, Blakely told me to go ahead and just write, text her and put something in text. And the upgrades just went on and on and on and on and on and on and on. Painted driveway, golf cart garage, pool, water preserve, has a water treatment system, has crown molding, it has tile on a diagonal, it has stainless steel appliances, beautiful granite, beautiful wood trim inside the house. I'm going to tell you, these people don't have blinds over the sliding glass doors. They didn't even want to obstruct any of that view with even this much of blinds had you closed, opened them up. There's no blinds over these sliders. You don't need them. If this home is so private, there's nobody going to be looking inside this home anyways from the back. There's the pool. A little better shot of the pool there. Jace, I know this is a home for you, buddy. If it had 4 bedrooms, but I mean, I don't know where this area here is. You could put your little addition off of that, make that a huge music/office for you. This is look how big that is. We could definitely put an addition on that for you, bud. There you go. I got a little better. See how much space you would have? That'd be a huge room on this house. All right, so there you go. There is your sneak peek of the evening of my newest listing. That is one of a kind right there. That's a beautiful home. I'm so proud. I'm so happy Mr. Brown gave me the privilege. I sincerely consider it a privilege to list this home. So I'm very happy he allowed me to have the listing on this. All right. Anyways, let's see a little bit. We'll go back to, let's see. My good old, this broadcast is brought to you by Celsius Energy Drink. I have a Celsius one time a week right now, because my son is like, Dad, you don't need to be drinking that Celsius. That's not good for you. He says, you're getting a little bit older. You don't need to be drinking that stuff.
Whiskey's not good for you either, but.
Well, that's debatable. All right, listen. I'm going to try my best to stay up with the with our chats this evening. So, oh, look at WrestlerMania right out of the gate. Dude, are you okay? Somebody check his temperature. He's here like right up front. Usually we see him an hour and a half into the show.
He has a message. He's at a restaurant having you on mute, just typing away.
All right, so he can't even hear anything that I'm saying to him. All right, I'm actually at a restaurant with the volume off. Look, here's what you got to do. I don't have them with me, but I use them at the gym all the time. Earplugs, my man. You got to get some earplugs. This way you could watch and nobody can hear, and you got your earplugs. So that's a little secret. Just stopping for a quick hello. Thank you, WrestlerMania, my man. Ira had a bad experience with a handyman that tried to install my Murphy bed. He was a disaster, and it will probably end up in a small claim. Ooh, I will be back down in Florida on Monday. Oh, Trish, you're not here? To me, that's not a handyman, that's an installer. And so wherever you bought your Murphy bed from, that store, they're the ones that need to back that up. There goes Jace. Yep, man, I need that one. Yeah, you do, dude. We can go ahead and, like I said, put that big, huge addition in the back there. Put big picture windows. Okay, Jace, picture this. Big picture windows back there where you're just enjoying that view, right? And then you're just on your guitar. Or you're at work, all day, and you just have that view. Poof. That'd be a monster. So, Tim Cornet, thanks for joining us this evening. Oh, I have Laura Lamp in the house. Now I'm really privileged. Whoa, WrestlerMania and Laura right out of the gate. And then Jeff and Loretta. So, guys, I haven't talked to you in a while. And usually, Jeff, you're kind of sending me all these pictures of Homosassa and kind of keeping me up to date with that. I sold Jeff's home in Homosassa for him right before the hurricanes. Was it last year? I think. I guess it was last year.
Before the homicide? Yeah. Because I think you helped with the stuff right after.
Kirk, I put Kirk on to help me out with that one. So Kirk had done, he's an agent in my office, and he did he has a YouTube channel called Perfectly Paradise. And he was over in, I think, Weeki Wachee, if I'm not mistaken. And Weeki Wachee is just south of Homosassa. So I said, dude, if you're going to be hanging out around West Florida, on the west coast of Florida, then I'm gonna put you on this house here. So he was able to make out a little bit. All right, let's go check it out next week. I'll be on my way down Sunday. Yay. And Rock and Roll Restaurant Review will be had so next week, right? So the following week, I guess, not next Sunday, but the Sunday. Well, you know, we could always throw that on our YouTube channel. So Rock and Roll Restaurant Review will continue. And last time we did it, it was Harry and the Natives, that brand new restaurant. That was pretty cool. So, dude, Jace, you know how beautiful our table was, how our view was? Just saying. 3555 Infinity Run. You could have that for the rest of your life, that view. So anyways, that was Lake Okahumpka, where Harry and the Natives was built on, right by the Okahumpka, Lake Okahumpka Rec Center, if anybody knows where that is. So, Pine River. I wish I had $99.99. It would be sold. There's nothing you can do. There is nothing. And I'm sitting here trying to think. There's nothing that, well, I can't say nothing because we're sitting there talking to Jace about adding a big, huge music room / office. So, oh, there he goes. Hey, Ira, be on the lookout, or hey, everyone, be on the lookout for the new Rock and Roll Restaurant Review coming soon. Yes. Yes, it is. So I'm excited. I had somebody, who was I talking to? Oh, Claus. So Claus and Tita watch us, and I sold Claus his home, and I'm getting ready to put a golf cart garage. What a fiasco that was with the building department. But anyways, I'm getting ready to put a really nice golf cart garage on the side of his home. And he's like, hey, I saw that Rock and Roll Restaurant Review thingy you were doing from the golf cart. I'm like, yep, that was cool. So that's our thing. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. Christian, You see what Chase wrote on that on there?
Yeah, I don't think you ever gave me that one.
What?
Yeah. I didn't know you guys went out there and filmed.
Jace, the guy is saying he didn't even know that we did that. So, I pause and I go through, oh wow, hey. I don't know why this won't tilt. Oh, there we go. That's what the view looks like. I don't even know if you can see that. I guess you can't because of my green screen technology. I can't even share it with you. Hold up now. Hold up now. Let's see. Dang. I do have some inside pictures, but I was just doing that. Oh, here's my new boat. It's a twin 300 catamaran style fishing boat. Christian asked me if I had any pictures I wanted to put on here today. I said no, but I guess I did. Well, we're gonna have to see about that. Dang, man. Whoa. So, man, I told Christian I can't even show you all these cool videos from my trip with my wife up north. Oh, here we are. All right, Christian. August 27th. You need to be downloading those and putting that together for us. That one, 47 minutes, and then you got to take it off of there.
Yeah, I'll give you some room again.
But so I'm glad we started talking about it. So, all right, so listen, have some notes here for Monday Night Live. So I did want to talk to y'all a little bit about some things that no one will probably ever tell you about, that because they don't know about them. Well, I shouldn't say they don't know about them, because every agent from the village's sales office knows about them, and it's called closing costs. So first of all, does everybody realize that the brand new homes that the villages are selling have most of them have over a $50,000 bond, which equates to about $2,800 a year extra in your tax? No, it's probably even more than that. 50,000, I guess it's about 28. But one thing I guarantee you that y'all don't know are the closing costs on a brand new home. Okay? So, let's talk about that. Whenever a buyer buys, let's say, a home, a pre-owned home, you go out, make an offer on a home, do your home inspections, do this, do that. You get to the closing table, and the seller of that pre-owned home has to pay the state of Florida $7 per $1,000. That's why we don't have a state income tax here in Florida, because Florida gets all their money from a budget of documentary stamps. That's what they're called, or we call them doc stamps for short. Documentary stamps. They're called something else. Name it kind of escapes me, but the official term is documentary stamp. $7 per $1,000. So $500,000 home, you're going to pay $3,500. 7 times 5 is 35. You're going to pay $3,500 in the seller now pays $3,500 to the state of Florida for the sale of their home. A developer like the villages, they're not going to pay that. They're going to pass that off on you. Okay? So that $3,500 now is passed on to the buyer, and the villages as a seller is not going to pay that. So there's $3,500 automatically. You're going to pay that. For a pre-owned home, you don't have to pay as a buyer. The seller pays it. The next thing you're going to pay for, and I'm a little remiss in this, and I can possibly, let me see if I can't, well, they're called impact fees, all right? So let's see, let me see if I can pull up impact fees in Sumter County. So I'm going to say Sumter County impact fees, all right? Sumter County impact fees. This is normally paid by the builder. Road impact fee schedule, January 25. Let's see if this is where we would find this. Let's see. So basically, what are impact fees? Well, they call them road impact fees because they say you, as a new resident in Florida, they're saying you are impacting these roads with extra traffic. So you moving into Florida are impacting the county where you reside. So because it's a brand new home, you have to pay impact fees. And so this developer here, the new fee schedule. Oh, okay, let's see, is this here? Whoa. See if we can pull that up. All right, okay, single family attached retirement community. Phase 1, 2, and 3. So it looks like retirement community detached, which is what single family homes are retirement communities. So I guess in the villages they're only charging you $1,100 extra, right? Instead of just a single family detached is $3,000. Well, hold up. Let's kind of go through this stuff. So here's different impact fees for industrial. All right. Used to be in Sumter County when I first started working here in the villages, there were 0 impact fees. They were begging people to move. They were begging businesses to move to Sumter County until the villages came along, and then poof. So, okay. So more than likely, as a detached home, you're going to pay $1,100 on top of the $3,500 we just talked about for dock stamps. So now you're at $4,500. Now, we have what are called sewer and water connection fees. So, Sumter County sewer and water connection fees. Oh. One thing I think I might be remiss in mentioning, so now in the new area, don't ask me why. I mean, this to me is just amazing that the villages would incorporate that part of the villages to the city of Wildwood. So we might want to check those impact fees as well, because the city of Wildwood is going to charge you some impact fees. Let's see if I have sewer. It might be the city of Wildwood too. Sumter County Building Services fees schedule. Is that what we're looking at, folks? Sumter County. Click here for fire impact fee schedule. Road impact fee, which we just did. And then administrative fees, plan review fees, inspection fees. Those are commercial. We're looking for resident building permit fees, single family dwelling. This stuff adds up, trust me. I'm seeing the residential commercial single permit fee. I'm looking for sewer and water connection fees. Resident pool. I'm not going to sit here and spend a whole bunch of time trying to find this. I was hoping we can, just like, this is really great. Sumter County permitting fees. So I'm wondering what, now that I think about it, let's go back up here. They had fire. What about a fire impact fee? Are they going to charge you that? Yes, new resident impact fees. So they're going to charge you $585. Full listing of impact fees. Click here. Oh, cool. All right, well, maybe let's proceed to the site. Ah, I might have to print this out. That's cool. Let's see. Retirement community 585, that's for the fire. Institutions, office, retail, services, so, nah. I mean, this isn't helping our, this isn't 14 of 2. This isn't helping our cause here, but there is, well, or there are, sewer and water connection fees. Don't have that information, but those are typically about $1,500. That's back in the old days, right? I don't know what they might be today. I'm going to try one more time. Sumter County. Let's see if we can't cheat our way through. Sewer and water. This might be what we're looking for here. Return to homepage. You entered sewer and water. Not a website. Okay, we'll go back to the home page. All right, anyways, I should have been a little bit more prepared. I apologize on this. I'm just kind of thinking of it as I go through. Like I said, $1,500 sounds good to me. Maybe. Jane says, Ira, didn't you also mention that there's a fee to connect utilities when building a new home? So that's what we're talking about right now, Jane, is sewer and water connection fees. So on top of that, we have let's see. So road impact fees, sewer and water connection fees, fire. All in all, it's about $9,000. Is about what I think you're gonna expect to see where it says fire impact fees, purchasing. Oh, like I was saying, this is just for the county. Now, the city, I'm just curious because actually I don't even really know. City of Wildwood. Impact fees. Let's see if they have. Oop. Better learn how to spell. Heavy fingers. City of Wildwood impact fees. Wildwood to hike impact fees 36%, but the villages will be spared. Total city impact fees for developers in the non-villages area of Wildwood would rise to $7,900, up from the current $5,824. Here's our fee schedule. But let's, oh, that's our good old buddies, the Villages News. So it's saying it doesn't affect the villages, but here we are. The study recommended increasing law enforcement fees, recreation fees, and wastewater fees. See, sewer and water fees, wastewater fees. Wow. Let me see. To recover the full cost, to recover the full cost, recreation fees would need to rise 170% to 1,005. Wastewater fees would need to go up 135% to 7,700. So this is a little worse than what I thought, you guys. Actually, new sewer line could spur development. The fees will affect lots in the villages. Oh, okay, hold up. City impact fees to developers in Wildwood will likely rise 36. A 50% increase over 4 years is the maximum allowed under Florida law. The fees will affect lots in the villages of Southern Oaks, but only for law enforcement because 3 other services are not supplied by Wildwood. The villages of Southern Oaks is within the Wildwood city limits. Impact fees are a one-time charge designed to cover the cost of development on public services. A study by the consulting firm Stantec recommended the increases also. It said much higher fees could be justified if permitted. So a total city impact fee for developers in the non-villages area of Wildwood would rise. It doesn't really say what it is for the villages, right? So that would be something to go ahead, I think, and follow up on, and for us to keep an eye on and see exactly what that consists of. So you do have impact fees in the county and the city. Here's a Wildwood fee schedule. And crime victims, whoa, wow, I need some glasses for this one. So, all right, well, we're not going to sit there and burn up the whole show with all of this. But, I don't know, it says the fees will affect lots in the villages of Southern Oaks, but then again, it says it doesn't affect the villages. That didn't make a whole lot of sense. Oh, only for law enforcement. Okay, so I guess it's saying that the other ones, the sewer and the water, since they're supplied by the villages, and I'm just sitting here trying to think, so the villages have their own sewer and water system. And I'm just wondering, I guess what we'd have to do is anybody out there who bought a, let me see something here. All right, let's see. I need to do this real quick. Yeah, so I'm not sure. I'll have to find somebody who's recently bought a brand new home from the villages and see what kind of closing costs they had for those new homes. But my main goal tonight was to make all of you aware that there are fees on top of when you're buying a brand new home. Now, I do want to remind everybody as well. Here is the tricky part that the Villages likes to pull on people. So you have a brand new home, 2025, right? Let's see here. Years past, it used to be that it's amortized over 30 years. Your bond on your new home is amortized over 30 years. Okay, let me go. Let me do what I know I have to do. Districts, residential districts, and we need to go to, because you know with me, it's not all about showing you or telling you. I show you. All right. So we're going to do this. We're not going to fool around here. Let's see. So districts, we're going to go to 15. That's one of the newest ones, I believe, out there. And then you go to the finance part. So you're looking for finance. And it's going to send you right back to where you're going to want to. Look at these kids. They put these guys right out of high school on the board there. That's kind of crazy. Here it is. Finance bond assessments, learn more. This is what we're looking for. Then it takes us right back to amortization, Sumter County, District, we said District 15, did we not? And then you just go ahead and pick out I don't know, a district, $49,000. Now, here's what I wanted to show you. For the first year, you pay nothing. Why do you not pay anything? Well, several reasons. Number one, the developer, the Villages, doesn't want to have to pay what you ultimately have to pay, which is $3,254. They don't want to pay that for every single lot that goes unsold for the first year. So they've kind of amortized this in a way where the first year, nobody pays anything. So they might make it look like, hey, we're doing you a favor. You're buying a brand new home from us. You don't have to pay any bond amount for the first year. Well, that's not why they did it. They did it so they don't have to pay. For the second year, and you can see the interest rate is 4.72%. Then the second year it kicks in. But trust me, this District 15 goes back to 2024, right? I'm pretty sure. Because I know for a while there was no interest being paid for the second year that I have seen, to where it was much lower. You're only paying $831, and administrative fee you'd pay about $1,000. But look at all the interest you're paying on these bonds, on these $50,000 bonds. So that's kind of, there's a $50,000. I'm just picking these things at random. All right, so 2023, here's what I was talking about, you guys. So I guess it was the principal that you weren't paying for. So they've totally redone this again since 2023, where you didn't pay for the first year. You paid only interest and administrative fees for the second year, and then bam. Oh, and you don't even, and so you're paying, I don't even know what you're paying interest on, but your interest doubled in the third year, where now you're paying $3,000 on top of whatever your taxes are, on top of Sumter County taxes and Wildwood taxes. So now you're down there paying all of this. So just wanted to remind y'all what was going on there. All right. So we're going to click on edit here. If you have any questions about that, you guys, you can email me, ira@imrealty.org. Email me your questions afterwards. Let's get back to our chats, shall we? So let's see here. I'm going to go and bring myself up in full view. I'm glad we got our mini-me working again. Uh-oh. Well, I spoke too soon. It would not be Monday Night Live if we didn't have a problem at some point. So there's me, and there is stuck in mini-me mode. Anyways, let me see. Renee, girl, where have you been? All right, let's go back. So, I want to pick it up where I left off here about the Rock and Roll Review in Pine River. Has Christian put that one? Okay. So, he didn't even know about it, Jace. The Villages, Skip Smith, they found a dead body in the Villages. Glad to see you alive and kicking Grandpa. Did you really think that I was going to be the dead body? Christian.
Yes.
We got a little note for you over here.
Oh, for McAfee.
Are you sure? McAfee is notorious. If I was to do that, I guarantee it'd be a...
I have super anti-spyware on this computer too, so you can close that out.
All right, so Brian asks me, Ira, what is the difference in the fees on a used home? So Brian, you can't ask me just that. You have to say a used home where, right? Whether it's in, we're going to call the southern area the Eastport. Well, we can call it Eastport, we can call it Southern Oaks. I prefer to call it the Southern Oaks area because that's what all of the legal descriptions have in there, the Villages of Southern Oaks. So if you're talking about that, that's down there around the Turnpike, but we straddle the Turnpike in the Villages here. So south of 44, north of 44, north of 466A, and so on. So, and the reason I say that is because the Villages of Southern Oaks area, south of Highway 44. So Brownwood sits right on 44, if y'all are familiar with the villages. So Brownwood sits right, its entrance is right, well, one of its entrances is right on 44. Then south of that, that's when you run into the city of Wildwood. And you have city of Wildwood taxes. North, behind Brownwood to the north, they don't have city of Wildwood taxes. So your taxes are going to be a lot less. Not only that, but your bonds are a lot lower. They're under $20,000 north of 44, okay? So that's why I say that's kind of a loaded question, Brian. What is the difference in the fees on a used home? So you don't have, obviously, if it's a pre-owned, we don't like that word used. On a pre-owned home, then you don't have all those impact fees that we were talking about and all those high closing costs that that the village's developer charges. And to be fair, that's with any developer. On Top of the World does the same thing. Del Webb Stone Creek does the same thing. So they all are heavy loaded on the closing costs because they pass typically what are sellers' closing costs on to the buyer when you buy a brand new home. That's pretty much with all developers. So I don't want to, that's full disclosure, guys. Let's see, I found a dead body in the villages. You never know if Skip Smith is messing with you or not. Well, he's always messing with me. The guy calls me up the other week. And, hey man, what are you doing? What are you going to be doing Friday night? Well, at the time I talked to him, I was going to go see Jace playing. And he goes, where are you going? And where's he playing? And so all that good stuff. So I said, I'm going to go over here. He goes, well, save me a seat. I said, okay. Well, ultimately, I decided I was going to take my lovely wife for her birthday up to the North Carolina mountains, where it was nice and cool and green and beautiful. So that's what we did. So I had to bail on Skip. So there's our man Ghost Rider, who we saw, oh shoot, I guess it's been a couple of months now, right? So thank you for that. Save money, buy pre-owned without a bond through Ira, and we can definitely hook you up. There's my girl, Racer Girl. So I lost track of time packing. Girl, let me see. I'm looking up here. Ooh, you've got 2 weeks, and you will be a new Florida resident. So we're excited to have Renee and Greg down here with us. And they got a great home too. They're on a lake. So they've got a great view behind their home. All right, so yeah, it's crunch time now. Let's see, so is Wrestler still here? Dude, he's still here. Wrestler's at a restaurant, right? So he's hanging in there. You're the man, Wrestler Mania. So are you like, I know, Renee, I know. I'm like Alice in Wonderland. Look, it cannot be a Homes Around the Villages live stream, Monday Night Live, without something going wrong. I talked to Christian. I said, Christian, we're not going to have any problems tonight, right? Oh, no, Ira. I tested myself. I did 2 live streams. I tested. I made sure the mini-me's working. Everything, we're all good. Yeah, it's working all right, but it's working one way and it won't go back the other way. So here I sit all alone in a corner. So I was probably a bad boy today. I got stuck in a corner, and here I am. So, anyways, so it's really better to buy a pre-owned home, right? Well, Brian, I can give you so many different reasons why it's better to buy a pre-owned home. And I don't know, maybe I should make a list. I'm just looking at a list I have down here. So, I would say one thing I would say is, number one, buying a pre-owned home, you get to choose where in the villages you want to live, rather than only being able to buy where they're building new homes. So you don't have that much of a choice. You can only buy right there in the newer area. So choose where in the villages you want to live, right? Next, you get to avoid construction traffic.
You're getting a customer call, or customer call.
Oh, here's my man. Grandpa,
Who's this?
what's up?
What's up?
You on Monday Night Live.
Well, I know I am. That's why I called.
What kind of great words of wisdom would you like to impart on our show this evening?
Oh, am I allowed to say anything I want to say?
Anything you want to say.
I would say if I wanted to buy a pre-owned home, there's no other real estate person to go to than Ira, because he knows more about this place than what half of the village's real estate people even know. You forgot more than they know.
Oh, man.
And the idea of what you said a while ago, hiring high school kids, you know why they hire high school kids? Because the developers like her daddy. He says bark and they say how loud. He says jump, they say how high. They're just a bunch of ass suckers that do what they got to do to keep her job.
Yep, you got it. And that's why I don't work for him anymore.
I know, I understand that.
I
But,
couldn't do it.
And then you talk about the bonds. Good Lord Almighty. How high is these bonds going to go? $100,000?
Well, my God, years and years ago, Premier Homes, right before I guess I need to go ahead and.
So last comment on here says, just when it became fun, the villages must be watching. It's still going. It says, well, Skip just broke Ira. So it's just your video. The chat's still going.
I'm here watching your chats.
Yeah, that's weird.
Well, you know, I know what Christian's going to tell me. He's going to say I'm going to have to go ahead and reboot my live stream.
Well, it looks like it, and then they'll have to come and find you. That's the problem. If you reboot fast enough, and I don't know how this is done, if you do it fast enough, this here will automatically stitch with the other one. But I don't know how that's done.
He would just say we'll be.
Well, I'll get out of here and let you guys get together and figure it out. But I'll
Call
just
me
say
back,
good luck.
Skip.
I just say good luck because I've been there and done that.
I appreciate you calling me.